2, 1. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2026 Radiance Wealth Victorian Championships. Live here at the Hume Tennis Centre. This is Dylan Kimlin as we are continuing with the mixed open pools. We have on court the Fisher duo up against Chia and Munro. Now, viewers, we had a little bit of a wait there as we had one of the longest pool matches I think any of us have ever seen. It went to something like, what was the end score? Like 16-18? 17-19? Yeah, it was crazy. And we are still with our pools. Nice. Been a big fan of the Fishers for a long time. These two are very handy on the court. Nat Fisher played out of her skin yesterday, teaming up with Amy Munro, who she's currently up against. There's the signature Josh Shea single-handed backhand push. Oh, good thing that dominator net was in the way, or Josh may have had a knock to the noggin. Now, viewers, our players are playing to 15, rotating at 8, utilising the Franklin X40s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. Amy Munro will bring it in. And first points on the board for their tally. Munro rocking the old school Pickleball Victoria uniform, got the old logo on it. Oof, double-handed backhand unsuccessful. Josh Chia will bring it in on a 1-0-2. If you are just tuning in for the first time this weekend, viewers, conditions have been quite blustery today. Pretty warm on the courts, but temperature quite pleasant at the moment here in the shade. Bit of cloud cover, but the wind has been blowing behind our camera towards the players. ATP. And he's clocked it too long. We all do it. Second server. Ooh. Oh my goodness, what a rally. Incredible hands there on the side of Fisher and Munro, and in the end, Josh Chia with the big finish. We can see Josh Fisher really utilising that long reach of his, covering a large percentage of the court. Oh, long. Nat sends it into orbit and the ball will come back. Another point on the board for Munro and Chia. Oh, good pick up. And the finish from Josh is good. Now, viewers, we have an incredibly tight pool thus far for this division, in that the multiple teams are on, I think it was 2 wins, 1 loss. So these matches are ever so important. I think this particular match here will determine who goes through to the semi for this pool. Now, viewers, there's a young lady that's sitting next to our show court here, and she is absolutely out of it. She's sitting in the sun, just conked out. I don't know how she's asleep. These games are elite. Enjoying her public holiday long weekend. Oh, big finish for Chia. Flying through the air. Yeah, great reset. Both Josh has gone head-to-head here with the cross-tank rally. Fisher winning that exchange. Neither team able to get a real run going early on in this close battle. Oh, Fisher digging it out, Nat unable to recover. Absolute rocket there off the paddle of Josh Chia. Nice. Caught in no man's land, second, third of the court. Opportunities on here for Munro and Chia. Long. Now, viewers, each team does get 2 timeouts for the entirety of the match, as well as 1 medical. We haven't seen any medical timeouts today thus far, which is very positive. Oh, Nat Fisher ripping that one down the right side of court. And I was about to say, viewers, it was an exciting prospect because we had both ladies on the left side of the court. So it looks like on the defensive stack it's changed here with Josh now playing on the left. I was saying earlier today, viewers, that it always is exciting when we see 2 right-handed players in the mixed format with the lady taking the left. We have so many hard hitters here today. Oh, ball still live. And that there was all set up from 2 outrageous resets on the side of Munro and Chia. So the offensive side of the court here for the Fishers opting to stack. And now Munro and Nat both taking the right side of the court. As by our camera, ball will come back here to Chia and Munro, and the Fishers just having a good chat. So defensive stack in effect. Munro very vocal with herself. Ah, well done, Josh Chia. Great coverage. The 1, 2, 3 puts it away with ease. Okay, it's a bit of a break there for the Fishers. We'll see if Nat and Josh can make something of it. Now, viewers, we will be going through all the way through to the evening. At 4 o'clock onwards, we have our split age division for our mixed doubles, which is going to be awesome. Nice stink there, both. Whoa, that is an absolute rifle towards Josh Cheer there from Fisher. 2 points the difference. Saw a bit of a cross-court rally breakout from the dinking perspective from Fisher and Munro. The drop unsuccessful. Second server. Good crowd for this, by the way, viewers. Throughout pretty much the entire tournament, we've had, I'd say, in between 30 to 100 people sitting live. Got all the beach chairs set up. There's kind of a bar area behind our court camera here, if you haven't been here before. Bit of a grassy hill here on the left of the side of the camera. Which means it's fantastic seating to watch some awesome pickleball. This morning we had the juniors on, the 19 pluses, the 35 pluses and the 50s, all on our broadcast court. Cross Dink rally here, Amy Munro getting involved across the net, Fisher. That's a great speed up, cheeky. Double hand backhand, punching it down the right side. At the 8-point mark, we will rotate sides. That goes wide, so that brings up the 8. So the players will rotate. They do get a minute or two here to have a breather and some water, which is fair enough considering it has been quite warm in our courts today. But viewers, the Radiance Wealth Vic Champs has been nothing short of exceptional. Close to 1,000 players over the 4 days. I reckon we've gone well over the 1,000 mark with spectators, friends and family coming in to get amongst it. Truly has been one of the best tournaments and has really set the tone for 2026. I've talked to quite a couple of our state leaders from other events, and they've been definitely writing things down, taking their notes for what has been an incredible event. Big thank you, as always, to all of our sponsors, as well as our store holders here this weekend. I did have a chat to quite a few of our store holders this morning before we got going, and they were all very pleased with this event, as well as, of course, the Hume Tennis Centre staff. The barbecue and cafe has been working around the clock to ensure our players are kept hydrated and motivated. Okay, let us continue. 8-4 the scoreline. Josh Fisher into the net. We have a timeout here on the side of the Fishers. It's Chia with the big charge down and the big finish. Ripped it towards Nat Fisher there, who couldn't really get out of the way. It was an absolute lightning bolt. Caught the paddle and went out. Players hopping off to have a breather. Now, as I look around the grounds, viewers, our court at the moment is quite empty as we're all waiting for this match to finish before we get into finals. And I believe, as I mentioned earlier, this particular match is vital for our Opens events regarding how everyone's going to turn out. Now, we got to chat with Len earlier today earlier this week rather, from the Fakolos tent. We did go over the Bush Debate Victorian Rally Series. What a fantastic initiative that is from Pickleball Victoria. If you are in the regional area in Victoria and you'd like to get amongst some pickleball tournaments, please take a look-see at the Pickleball Victoria website, as well as the Pickleball Australia sanctioned tournaments list for 2026. Speed up successful there from Nat Fisher, 5-10 the score. Oh, hands. That was an exceptional rally. Multiple hard resets there from Munro, but in the end, couldn't get the cross thing back over. And here we go. This is good from Nat and Josh. They were on the ropes for a little bit there, but after that timeout have regained composure, find themselves down by 4 points. Oh my goodness, that smash. That was wild. I will say, very smart lob, however. Recognized that the Fishers were in at the kitchen. Popped it back over. Speed up, successful. Shoulder check is good there from Josh Fisher. Chia just had to flick the paddle out and hope it didn't connect into the forehead. Exact same there for Nat Fisher. Meanwhile, I look over to my left and we got people tumbling down the hill here. Yeah, the Ballarat fellas are having a good time. Well, the atmosphere has been incredible throughout this weekend, viewers. Everyone's incredibly relaxed right now, enjoying some good pickle. It's been a long weekend as we have another time out here at a scoreline of 12-6. Just goes to show, though, as we are rounding out the 4th day here of the Vic Champs. In my opinion, if everyone's relaxed and enjoying the pickle, the players haven't left. Usually after tournaments, players will consider taking off straight away. But everyone's tucking into some food, watching the Opens play. To me, that's a sign of a good tournament. You can see Mark Elborn over there watching this game. He's our photographer for this event. Big thank you and a big congratulations to him and his team. You can follow him on Mark Elborn Shoots. All photos for this event will be available via the Pickleball Victoria website as well as their social media pages. So the players return to court. We can continue the action here. Chia and Munro looking composed. Ernie, recovery. Wow. What a rally. It was a fantastic Ernie there from Josh Fisher, but Chia was able to defend it, reset the play. And for our up-and-coming players that want to get amongst the open spaces, we have a match point here for Chia and Munro. Can never assume the rally's over. Always assume your opposition's going to get it back. Poach, oh, it was there. Josh Gio with the coverage. He read that so well. He could see the advance after that reset. I-line formation, Munro at the baseline, saw the gap, dominated a net, collecting it, gives the Fishers another chance. And that has bounced on the wide. We will see Josh Chia bring it in again. Yep, swatted away. Now, viewers, I imagine we are getting into finals time straight after this, a minimum semis. Players will be playing for the awesome medals as designed by Recognition ID, one of our sponsors here this weekend. Oh, no way. That is such a good lob. And the finish. Here we go. We have a discussion on court about the outball. Looks like the call is made wide. So it looks like the second server here for Chia and Munro. That's a net roll. Okay. Fishers stay alive. See if they can get some points going on the offensive end. Oh, what a drop. Terrific play there from Chia. Yeah, and a very quick side out. They're in form at the moment of these two. As I mentioned, I thought Amy Munro has played exceptional all weekend long. Both her and Chia, they want to get through to finals. And the drop just short. Josh Chia to bring it in again at 14-6 the scoreline. And bodied. The victory going the way of Chia and Munro here for this pool match, viewers. I imagine we have semi-final action coming up, not too far away here for the mixed opens category. Keep the broadcast going and we'll get stuck into our next set of matches not too far away here from the Vic Champs. Semi-final action coming up very soon.
to a Magnesium Recovery Boost. Tasty rehydration, packed with electrolytes, magnesium, and B vitamins. Say hi to a healthier you with Hydrodol. Get yours at Chemist Warehouse.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2026 Radiance Wealth Victorian Championship. Still in Kimlin in the booth with you. It's about to get underway with our first semi-final here for the Opens. We will see the duo of Josh Cheer and Amy Munro taking on Chris Turvey and Kat Westbury. 1 game to 15 with the players rotating at 8. Now, it's fair to say the matches throughout today have been pretty elite, viewers. Our other semi-finals about to take place, which will see the combination of the Dangs, Aisha and Sahil, and they will be versing Aaron Blitz and Emily Martin. The winner of that will take on the winner of this. Pretty frenetic across the board. A lot of hard hitting, couple dink rallies from here and there, but mainly hard hitting and reset focused throughout today. So, speaking of which, there we go. We can see Josh Cheer taking off on Amy Munro. But the temperature's definitely kicked up again, viewers. We had a bit of cloud cover for a while there, and it's parted. Warm out on the courts. Well, the players have been tearing it up as they look forward to strutting their stuff here for this semi. 3:15 here in Melbourne. I was having a chat to a couple of our referees before this game. They've had a spectacular event. Over 30 white sleeves here at the Hume Tennis Centre over 4 days. Been covering a bunch of our events. A big congratulations to all of our new referees if this is their first tournament. And a massive thank you to all involved within the referee space. We won't have a ref for this match. We will for the finals coming up. Our gold and bronze medals. Now, Josh and Amy have gone for a wander. They're over getting their bags on court 2. Now, you notice our courts are free out the back there as we get ready for our 4 o'clock time slot. Matt Hort has hopped on court, urging our players to get started, our tournament director. Massive thank you to the tournament team. They've worked tirelessly. It is crazy just how smooth this tournament is considering the sheer numbers we have. So both Cheer and Munro have had experience in the National Pickleball League, viewers. On the side of Turvey and Westbury, Kat Westbury played alongside Josh Cheer, actually, with the Roos at the start of last year in the NPL. She then went across to the Bondi Championship winning side with the Major League Pickleball Australia, playing alongside Rose Van Reek. For Chris Turvey, he's had probably one of the most interesting 2025s. Got to play in India, represented pickleball over there, and then also had success playing in both the NPL and the MLPA. He was even a substitute captain for the Southeast Asia Surge in the MLPA format. So he had a very interesting 2025. And here he is out on the courts. I believe he is moving to the States, which is a big loss for Victorian pickleball, but we wish him the best. You can just see Westbury and Turvey out on court having a chat. Now, I find both of these two players are exceptional right side players. Turvey won the Australian Pickleball Championships men's doubles, teaming up with Andy Horridge, who played on the left. And I thought, actually, did he play on the left? Now I'm thinking about it, because Andy is also known to play on the right. Either way, I'd be very curious to see how this one goes, whether they take a typical mixed doubles format, both right-handed players, with Turvey playing on the left. And it does seem like that's going to be the case here for both Munro and Chia. They're just hopping on court. And we can continue, get started with the fun. Our other semi-finals kicked off with the Dangs playing. Okay, semi-final action here, playing to 15. Kat Westbury to bring it in. Let's get started. There we go. Slow start there for Munro and Chia, opting to cross-dink towards Westbury. Kat Westbury's had an exceptional weekend, playing at a very high clip. But that's a positive start for Munro and Chia, getting the side out. Yep. That's why she's one of the best. Westbury, no nonsense pickleball, forcing the pop up, dealing with it appropriately. Yep, big swings there from Josh Chia, and Westbury really fighting to get her hands back in that ready position under the immense pressure from the Josh Chia paddle. Now for Josh Chia, he's been nailing the social media content as of late, viewers. Highly recommend following him on socials. Been doing a ton of great work, interviewing a bunch of players and people around pickleball, but also giving fantastic tips, coaching, and just the general life around this wonderful sport that we all play. One here. Kat Westbury will continue serving. Did that clip Chia? I believe it did. Yeah, into the net there for Munro. They can't have these sort of mistakes when versing the calibre of Turvey and Westbury, and that there's a big poach and an easy finish for Chris Turvey. I have called him Topsy in the past. I'm sure that's a nickname he's had during his life, with the last name of Turvey. Munro with the finish. Was that in? We'll see what the call is. Both players moving to the back of the court, so I'm assuming it is. Yep, second server here with Chris to bring it in. Oh, that is a cheeky hit there from Westbury. Inside out down the right. But did it go wide? I believe it did. Long. Clipped the net. Unfortunate there for Cat. Now, Chris Turvey, his company works in ball machines, viewers. A lot of recycling as well. I've had many chats with him over the years. Speed up goes long. Conversations regarding wastage within pickleball. We use so many of our balls, and obviously a lot of them break. But what do? We all chuck them out. So I've had a chat to him plenty of times regarding the recyclability of pickleballs. If you are someone that has considered getting a ball machine as that goes long, I'd strongly recommend reaching out to Chris Turvey. You can find him on socials, of course. Yeah, nice. Terrific finish there. The pop-up set up nicely and Turvey able to tee off. Lob is good. Recovery lob itself has gone long. That was a pretty unreal lob there for Josh Chia. Brings in a second server. Oof. Bit of a low to high swing there, goes long. Westbury typically incredibly strong on that right side. Nice finish there from Chia. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it's sort of his signature shot, honestly, that single-handed backhand flick. Gets a lot of reach with it. Tied game. Ooh, we had the forehand opportunity. Westbury will take it, though. As the ball comes back, we can see them in discussion here regarding a few adjustments. Munro and Chio doing the same thing. Very common when we see the Opens and the Pros, viewers. Constant little adjustments. Once again, if you are a player that would like to get into the upper echelons of pickleball, need to be constantly trying to improve, and that includes improve during game. Now, these players won't do anything over the top. Just be re-establishing their game plan. Lob. Yeah, a bit of an awkward smash there for Turvey. Oh, Amy Munro, nice shot. It's a forehand flick down the middle. Yep, bunched. Terrific shot there from Chia, and he has been very solid with his transitions today, I think, viewers. Energetic movement from the baseline through to the kitchen, setting himself up with shake and bake opportunities plenty of times. Smart shot there from Cat. Off-paced. Forehand finish. Didn't have to pummel it. She probably would have got a reset on it if he did. If she did, sorry. Cat Westbury to serve again. The ball's gone long. The lead retaken here for Turvey and Westbury. As we are playing to 15, the players will rotate at 8 viewers. Scoreline here of 7-6. That's a high five hit. Both paddles connecting after the play. And that there was a miscommunication, I believe, on the side of Chia and Munro, and as such, Turvey and Westbury will take a 2-point lead as they swap sides here at 8-6. Players opting to have a breather, and they are allowed several minutes here on a swapping of sides to do so. Warm conditions here, viewers. It's currently 3:30 in the afternoon. And the sun continues to beam on down. As we said earlier, it has been quite blustery throughout today, but we'll take wind and sun any day over rain. As Amy Munro's left the court, I do wonder if this is a... Okay, yep. Chris has just confirmed it is a timeout, so this may potentially be a medical. But either way, the players don't look too worried. I'm just going to go and confirm, viewers, if it is something of the medical variety, as there will be a 15-minute timer if that is the case. Welcome back, viewers. The players have returned to court and we can continue the action here. Chris just wanted to know if they were the first or second server, to which I informed Chris. I'm actually not allowed to say anything, viewers, as that would effectively be coaching. It's always a tricky one. I have players all the time ask me, hey, what's the score or what's the call on that? Was it in or out? Rah-de-rah-de-rah. But for the integrity of the sport, I just have to not say anything, as it might be disadvantage to a side. That smash goes in the net, and Munro and Chia will get it back here. Beautiful single-handed punch there from Chris Turvey. Second server here for Chia and Munro. Oh, just short. Oh, Josh Chia pulling up a bit proper here. Hopefully he's okay. Munro with a big finish. He's definitely known for it, Amy Munro. A very hard hitter of the ball. Drop there from Cat Westbury, going back the way of Munro and Chia. A very quick side out. They seem to have steadied the ship here. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast viewers, the wind has definitely been blowing behind the backs of Chia and Munro. It's a bit blustery at the moment, though. A bit all over the place. Long. Oh, it's landed in. That's a bummer for Josh Chia. He had the backhand punch as well. Opted to let it go. The ladies just checking if there's a crack in the ball. We can continue. It's all okay. Ooh, inside out flick there for Westbury, unsuccessful. The ball will come back to Chris Turvey. Nice. Solid dinking there. And the lead continues to grow here for these two. Oh, that's one way to swat it away. Chia smacking it down the left. Westbury's been sent for a jog. And they have played some great shots here, Chia and Munro. Just a little bit behind on the scoring side of things. See if they can get some momentum going. Now they've got the serve. Scoreline here of 7-11-1 going the way of Chia and Munro. Great reset. Ball on the roof of us here in the commentary booth. Pings back in play. Good little battle on our hands. 3 points the difference. 8-11-1 going the way of Josh Chia and Amy Munro. That roll. There it is again. That single-handed backhand punch. Chia has been doing it really well throughout today. Will we see a timeout on the side of Westbury and Turvey? Maybe if they lose another point. Ooh, the follow was there. Munro with a fantastic drive from the baseline. Gave up the big opportunity for the poach. It's okay. Chia and Munro have another chance. Oh, Turvey had the chance, opportunity wasted. I actually like that. He did an off-pace backhand there towards Chia and threw his momentum off. Gave the lob up and the smash opportunity. Exceptional rally. And we have a tied game here, 11-11. The transition there from Chia and Munro was elite. Getting into that cross-dink rally. Couple 5-5 battles, and we have a timeout here on the side of Westbury and Turvey. Recognise that their momentum is dwindled up, and it's heavily in favour of Chia and Munro. Fantastic match of pickleball we have here on our show court, viewers. Games all around the courts continue to happen. 4 o'clock time slot kicking off very soon, viewers, after our Opens events. We will be kicking off with the mixed split age events here on the broadcast court. Be going all the way through to the evening here for our day 4 of the Vic Champs. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. It's been a whole lot of fun covering everything. Remember, if you are domestic or international, it is a public holiday here in Victoria for your Monday of pickleball. Not a normal day that we cover events, but hey, I'm not complaining. If you are at the office or on the workplace around the country, have a sneaky phone on the side watching the streams. You might have to have a quick little lunch break, as this game is definitely getting to the pointy end of the stick and it's all eyes on our show court. 11-11, the players will continue. Oh, it's ramped up. They've taken the lead. Fantastic play here from Josh Shearer and Amy Munro. These two are ramping at the right time. Playing to 15, win by 2. That is very solid pickleball there from Chia. Third shot drive straight at the hip of Kat Westbury, causing the pop-up, opening up opportunities for the 5th and 7th. They now find themselves with a 2-point lead, 2 points away from victory. Oh, pick up. And the finish. What a rally. Munro and Chia playing out of their skin right now as they move to a match point situation. That reset from Josh Chia was extreme. Kat Westbury and Chris Turvey go for a wander to pick the ball up, and it's a very convenient wander over to our court 3, which has had action-packed matches all day. Paul Campbell, our head ref, coming over, and he looks a bit perplexed as our scoreline is very close right now. Let's go. Match point opportunity here for Amy Munro and Josh Chia, 14-11. And it's rolled in. That is the victory there, going the way of Chia and Munro. They will progress through to the gold medal here for our mixed open events. Incredible pickleball from these two. They had a little bit of a deficit there to cut back on. Fought hard and had momentum ride all the way through. We will see them progress through to the gold medal here for our mixed open events, viewers. Strap yourselves in. Gold medal pickleball coming up very soon here for the Radiance Wealth Victorian Championships for the mixed opens. We'll have a little bit of a breather, let our players have a time to hydrate get some oxygen in the system, and we'll bounce back here for mixed doubles. Monday pickleball afternoon gold medal coming your way very shortly. Two, one. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2026 Radiance Wealth Victorian Championships. Day 4 here, as we're about to get underway with our mixed open doubles gold medal. We will see the Dangs, the combination of Aisha and Sahil, taking on Josh Chia and Amy Munro. Adrian Gray out there, got the white sleeves on, calling this match. This will be 3 games to 11 with the players rotating at 6 should we get to a game 3. Utilising the Franklin X40s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. Now, I am joined today for our gold medal for her debut in the commentary booth. None other than Nat Fisher, who we saw feature play. Good words, Dylan. Saw feature earlier today on our mixed pool events. How are we doing?
Yeah, so good. I'm enjoying this spot, Dylan.
Yes.
It's a good view of the court.
Yeah, we've got best seats in the house. That's why I got into commentary. But obviously you've battled against all of our players throughout today and this weekend. How did you find it?
Yeah, really good. I mean, both of these teams came out of our pool, so I got to play both of them. And yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a breeze today, so the conditions are a little bit tricky.
Yep.
Definitely pulling one way towards the side of Sahil and Amy right now. So we'll see how these teams adapt.
Yeah, exactly right. And the conditions as well, viewers, it is quite sunny at the moment. A little bit of warmth out on the courts, but I don't think anyone's complaining. It's a beautiful day here in Melbourne.
28 degrees, I think.
Yeah, it's almost a Queensland kind of day. But it's ironic because Queensland's currently underwater. This is mass rains over there. But for all of our viewers tuning in, as it is a public holiday here in Victoria, a big welcome to you all. I made the bit of a cheeky remark earlier that there's probably people watching interstate that should be working right now, and they're tuning in.
Work from home, double screen action.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We welcome you all with open arms. Now, Nat, obviously you've gone head-to-head with all of these players, but you teamed up with Amy yesterday in the Open Women's.
I did. I played with Amy Munro yesterday, and we were lucky enough to go home with a silver, which was nice. We played Aisha and Kat Westbury in the final, and they were very strong.
Yeah.
They were solid all day, and they, were really dominant in the final. We did our best. We had a lot of fun throughout the whole day. So it'll be interesting to see how Amy holds up. She's in another gold medal match, so that's great for her.
Yeah. I honestly think Amy might be the player of the tournament at the moment. She, not in regards to results, so to speak, but just form. She played exceptionally well, and I actually said this on the broadcast yesterday as well, Nat, that you played really well in the ladies too. You two are a very strong side. So Amy will be bringing that form in. She played so well in the semi-final with Josh Chia just then against both Kat Westbury and Chris Turvey.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would say that would be an upset of a match. I mean, obviously Chia and Amy would have gone in believing they would win.
Yep.
But it's, another whole thing to actually do it. And they played exceptionally well. I think they were extremely aggressive, and that worked against Kat and Chris.
Yeah, exactly right. And I actually mentioned that just before that game went live. I thought, because both Turvey and Westbury are fantastic right-side players in their own right, who was going to be the aggressive player? And in that instance, it didn't go their way. They're currently up against the combination of Aaron Blitz and Emily Martin, about to get started with their bronze medal. We're just waiting for our players here to warm up and get stuck into it here for our gold medal. We do have the split age events coming up after this, viewers, for the 4 o'clock time slot. You playing split age?
No, I'm going home to the kids, unfortunately.
No, shout out to the little ones. You can show them the footage later.
Yeah, they're not that interested,
No.
to be honest.
No, not pickleballers yet. Give
Not
them time.
Yet, not yet. They like playing. They
Yeah.
certainly don't care about watching
Yeah.
their parents.
You can see Josh over there chilling out with the bevy after his day of play as well.
Yeah, I think he's pretty tired.
Yeah, no, you guys played well today, but just some elite teams throughout our event this weekend.
Yeah, I think, we've played Chia and Amy in the semi, and they've been playing together for some time now.
Yep.
They're a consistent pairing, and they really know each other's games quite well.
Yep.
And they complement each other in the way that they want to play.
Well,
So,
they're both quite aggressive on the court,
Yes.
right? And I think, as you mentioned, they played into their hands for the battle in the semi-final. As the players hop on court, we will see all of our players get ready to go. And as I mentioned earlier, viewers, if you are unaware of our players on court, both Aisha and Sahil, captains in the National Pickleball League for Victoria. Aisha, the MVP for Victoria last season. It was actually pretty awesome, Nat, as we had International Women's Day yesterday. A little tidbit I forgot to mention, but all of our MVPs for last season were all female in the NPL, which was amazing.
I didn't realise. I assumed they did boys and girls, but no, the girls were the ones that dominated.
Yeah, girls got it done. It was Aisha, Summer, and was it Selena? I want to say Selena for
I think it was Selena.
New South Wales. Either way, let's get underway here. And there's that heavy hitting. We're talking about the aggressive play style. Munro not slowing down.
No, catching them in transition.
Outball there. And we have seen that quite a lot today, Nat, in that players, you did mention the wind earlier. I've got to change my scoreboard for you all viewers. I've still got...
Ooh, well done there from Aisha.
Turvey and Westbury on our scoreboard. That's not correct.
Oh, good pull there from Aisha. So Hill dropped it down. Chia's eyes were down and she came for him.
So, Nat, you and Josh from a tennis background?
Yeah, we met playing tennis actually. We played at the same tennis club as kids and played mixed as we got older and then got married.
That is so cute. It's like couples goals right there.
Yeah.
And here you are playing pickleball tournaments. As
Yeah.
that thing goes into the net there for Chia.
Ooh,
Oh. That'll work.
bit of luck.
Yeah, they'll take it though. Munro and Chia get it back. Both have played in the National Pickleball League last year. Fine form at the moment. 0-4 the scoreline. Oh, great drive.
Couple of let courts.
Yeah, the Dominator net has definitely been involved throughout this weekend. Just goes to show how flat everyone's hitting the ball. Drop attempt there for Munro, unsuccessful. I don't mind that about Amy. She doesn't mind. Like, obviously, she is a hard hitter, but she can chuck in a drop and a reset from time to time.
Yeah, especially from the backhand side. She's got quite a nice chip drop.
Yep.
Ooh, pushed Aisha off the line there. Some good dinking.
Yeah, very solid on the dink front. And this is positive here for Chia and Munro.
Yeah.
Aisha and Sahil have only played just over a year long now, viewers, which is crazy to consider they're now up in the top echelons of Australian pickleball.
Yeah, Aisha and I actually played against each other in tennis.
Oh, true.
And Sahil played against Josh. And we sort of all started pickle around the same time and went, hang on, we've played you
Yeah,
before.
I know you. Yeah, I was having a chat to president of Pickleball earlier, Lee Priest, and she was so proud of all of our younger superstars getting amongst it here at the Vic Champs. Nearly 1,000 players, which is wild.
Crazy numbers.
But it's been calm, right? Like, the atmosphere is great.
Yeah, and like events are running completely on time and, you know, nothing's blowing out. Everything's under control. I guess, how many courts are there here?
Oh, nearly 60.
60?
Yeah, like 58, I think the number was.
Wow.
Oh, body.
That's a bag.
Sahil copping one of the noggin. He's got his cool sunnies on though, so he's okay.
Josh looking over at the commentary.
Yeah, he knows that'll be mentioned.
That's a great return. That's hit the line.
Now, Nat, for our viewers watching that might be new to, I guess, the Opens or the pro space, what do you find as a female player? What's the female role within a mixed team?
Well, I think every team is a bit different in the way that they play. Like, Amy's role is a bit different to Aisha's here while we're playing. And I don't know how much I need to give away about their game styles and tactics.
It's entirely up to you.
But say, well, when we played Amy and Josh, they were using Amy's drive for Josh to crash on.
Yep.
And, you know, she needed to be aggressive out of that forehand to deliver a pop-up for Josh through the mid-court. So she still plays quite positive in the way that she plays. Aisha is, as you see there, a drop master.
Yep.
So she's going to drop that ball in when she gets a third and deliver it. Oh.
Sahil, dang, stop it. Oh, sorry, please continue.
Aisha's going to deliver them to the kitchen every time. And so her game is more precision-based, whereas I'd say Amy's is more power. So it really depends on the way that you're trying to play.
Oh, everyone gave up. Play on.
Oh!
What a rally.
So good.
Outrageous offense there from Chia and Munro. Dang, duo had to put up a bit of a wall of defence to try and keep it back.
Oh, snuck in.
Yeah, lapse of communication there from the brother-sister duo, and that pings back to Munro. Had some pace on it.
And look, not to say, you know, that they only play that style. Alicia's got a great deal of power and Amy's got some great touch. So the role as a female is really to, I don't want to say it's a supporting role, but it's to complement the way that you're trying to play. Ooh, that was a close call.
Yeah, confirmed out.
Confirmed out. But it's really to complement the way you want to play.
Yep. No, that's fair. Good foul there from Chia. Big step. 2 points the difference. 6-4. We've seen a lot of side out pickleball today too. A lot of quick service rotations.
Yeah, it hasn't been that easy to score necessarily. Oh, he is an ATP master.
Sahil's corner at the moment. He is punching that back left side of the court.
You know, they do practice it.
Apparently.
It's not by accident.
Yeah. And that drop there for Aisha, pushing her down the tee.
Oops.
Ooh, no. It's the current hot topic Paddle
no card
dropping.
coming out.
Nice.
Ooh.
Chia's really feeling it at the moment.
Yeah, look, Amy initiated that,
Yep.
and they were really on top there. So that was good. Good from her to see that.
Amy is like, she was solid when I first covered her last year, and in that short time,
Oh, so good.
ankle's broken there from Aisha Gang. The ball's called out, confirmed
Oh, out.
So the point
We've
will
got
go
the bad
way
angle here.
for Chia. Yeah, well, unfortunately for Aisha,
There is
official Adrian Gray doesn't have the bad angle. It's right in front of him. 1 point difference. Tied game, 7-7.
Serve. Amy's got a nice flat serve.
Yep.
When she darts it into that, deep into that backhand particularly.
Now, viewers, each team has 2 timeouts and 1 medical timeout for the entirety of the match. Yeah, great shot. Which we saw in your match, both you and Josh utilised all of your timeouts, I'm fairly certain.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of fatigue, I think, after a long
Oh,
day.
I thought it was a great decision. I actually wish more teams used their timeouts.
Yeah, they can really help. I think we had a couple of pool matches where the timeouts really changed the momentum of the game.
Yep.
And yeah, people absolutely need to use them.
Amy Munro had her
Ooh.
toe in the kitchen. The ball will go to the Dangs. 8-7-1.
Oh. They elected not to unwind there as well, Josh and Amy.
Which I did see earlier in the semi too.
They generally don't.
Sahil with the recovery.
Ooh,
Not that time.
that's some good play there.
Yeah, Josh Chia has absolutely obliterated that ball.
Oh, yeah, it may have been broken. No cracks.
That seems okay. Oh, we've got sunscreen in the eyes. Let us continue. Poach. Finish.
Ooh. Yeah, Amy and Josh are really on top here, and it seems like Aisha and Sahil are just trying to find something that maybe is not quite there.
Oh, it just goes to show how good they are, considering they're probably not 100%. They're still up by 2 points. So Chia and Munro, 2 points down here. They have a second serve, however. And you mentioned it earlier, that Munro drive to set up the Chia crash. That there looked like a case in point example. Unfortunately, the drive into the net.
Oh, yeah.
Dink into the net, and we have a game point situation here at 10-7.
I think Amy getting stuck on that side. They're really going after her there. No idea.
She was asleep earlier.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a couple of misses.
Ball's gone long, and the victory will go to Sahil and Aisha Dang for game one here. So the players can hop off and have a little bit of a breather. It's been a pretty solid first game here, viewers, with both Aisha and Sahil taking the first, but it was only a 4-point difference, so I wouldn't say it's a blowout or anything.
No, it's very close. And
both-
watching it, I mean, both teams played really well in certain patches and then others. It was a real bit of a seesaw.
Yeah. And we've got our bronze medal currently underway. Ooh, quick battle. We can see on our kitchen cam there, viewers. Martin and Westbury crossed in Crowley. Oh, okay. Good rally over there. So, Nat, for you and Josh, have you got pro aspirations for 2026?
What was the question? What kind of aspirations?
Are you considering leagues or tournaments?
I mean, yeah. We're both in the NPL draft, so we'll see what happens there.
Yep.
Yeah, Vic's going to be strong this year, I think.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's kind of I think last season everyone's like, oh, Vic's not going to be the strongest, and who knows when that will change. But I think there's certainly been a, change in the last month or so, probably.
I'm very positive on the Vic scene. Like it hasn't been publicly announced yet, viewers, but I will be commentating all the NPL rounds and tournaments this year again, which I'm very happy to be able to do so. So I'll be watching the Vic scene with a lot of interest. Similar to New South Wales, I was in Sydney last weekend and got to chat to the likes of like Brian Tran, who's a new captain for NPL New South Wales. So I think, I'm just glad that there's so many opportunities for so many of our Vic youngsters coming through. Like, it's great that Izzy Papazan's back.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Aisha Dang about her earlier today, and unfortunately has a bit of a hamstring concern. Hopefully she's doing all right.
Yeah, hopefully she's back soon and able to train. Yeah. I'm not sure. When's the start of the season?
You're on the draft, mate. You should know.
Should know.
No,
It's late April.
It's a little while away. Yeah, we got the draft
so
on
she's got
Friday,
Yeah.
which I'll definitely be tuning in and watching.
Yeah, I think, is it like 9 a.m. or something or other?
I don't know. It'll be on NPL socials. They'll tell us when it is. But I'll be, as I'll have the day off, a rare day off for me. So I'll be tuning in and cheering on. Good luck to all of our players in the draft for both MLPA and NPL this year, as we can get underway here once again. Game 2. Oof. Sahil pulling the trigger. Did you and Josh get to go to Kooyong at the end of last year?
Yeah, we played Kooyong. That was really fun. That was such a good experience.
Oh, how good was it?
Yeah, I was. I was telling. I was speaking to Dylan and saying that it was probably one of my favourite pickleball experiences for the entire year of my whole playing pickleball career.
It was
To play on Kooyong Centre Court was just incredible, and the atmosphere, the people sitting in the stands, it was so good.
such a good vibe, hey. And I being able to call that event, and it's almost like a coliseum.
Absolutely.
Like all these big stands around the show court. Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun, and once again, another Victorian event that was very successful. With last year was low key like a massive draw card for Victorian pickleball. It was so good. We had the APO at the start of the year with all the pros from America coming across and finishing in Kooyong. Yeah, it was a good time for Victorian pickleball.
It was so much fun.
Okay, let's get back into it here. 0-1, the Dangs serving. Oh, well done, Amy Munro.
Oh.
The net roll going the way to Chia and Munro. The sorry not sorry there from Josh Chia, also known as the Salty Dink. Sahil Dang to serve. Well left. That was close.
Very close.
Well left.
Very close.
The revolutions as Sahil Dang gets on the ball on that double-handed backhand cross dink is crazy.
Yeah, he's got real whip in his hands. Well, there's that big drive, and Chia looming mid-court, waiting for it. And sometimes that gets in your eyes.
Yep. Yeah, he's almost got like intimidating presence.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from the female's perspective, because I just played against him, he's either trying to hit it as hard as he can straight at you, or running straight at you to do that.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it gets in your eyes when you're trying to hit the ball for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a good tactic.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're looking out for him, you're not watching the ball. Eh?
Exactly.
So, does the trick. Side out once again, 0-2 here. Oh, the drop there from Aisha, unsuccessful. She was nailing her third shot drops during game 1. A little bit off at the moment.
Yeah, and there's a bit of a wind difference.
Yep.
So there is just a bit of an adjustment period
Yeah, it's blowing towards the Dangs at the moment, viewers. Sun, I don't think would be... Oh, it might be a little bit in the eyes for lob situations anyway for Sahil and Aisha, hence why Sahil's rocking the sunnies.
Yeah, he's protected. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, getting a bit fired up there, Aisha. But that's a win for Josh and Amy, considering how esteemed these two are in their young career already. If Amy and Josh can continue to build momentum, time out here.
Good call. Good call.
So timeout, viewers, and what are we seeing here? A lot of cross dinks in that particular exchange, Nat, but how do you think Chia and Munro have the advantage here in game 2?
Look, I think that they're actually being really good at the kitchen. They're being patient. They're not pulling the trigger early.
Yep.
They're not trying to create something out of nothing. They're actually being quite patient, and so I think it's actually maybe the Dangs getting a little bit frustrated.
Yep.
And then you see in that rally previous, Aisha missed the ball, and in that rally she saw a lot of the ball. So
Yeah.
they came for her after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I think that's something that players should do.
I agree. Yeah, I find that typically when we watch the Dangs, they almost play a rebound style of pickleball. They want you to engage first. And in this particular game, it seems that Josh and Amy they're cool with taking it slow.
They are. They're being more patient than ordinarily. I mean, they are,
Yeah.
like we talked about, they've got an aggressive style, but they've actually been subdued in their aggression
Yeah.
and extending the points further.
Yeah.
And I think Aisha and Zahil were probably thinking, oh, we're going to have to, play a counter-attacking game. But it's been slightly different.
And we're immediately into a cross dink early as a result.
Here we go.
See, in that instance, Sahil had to initiate.
Yeah, and that was great. That was good.
Yeah, it's fascinating, viewers, once you get into the technical aspects of pickleball. It really is a game of chess.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting you describe them as sort of that counter-attacking rebounding game. They are really working on their aggression.
Yeah.
And looking at being more positive in their play.
Yep.
That is something that they're really working on.
There we go. That's a quick point and one for the scoreline. One thing I found with both Chia and Munro was their transitions throughout game 2 here have been very elite. They're getting to the kitchen line nearly flawlessly.
They are, and you'll even see Chia took the option to reset in mid-court, if you saw earlier, rather than
engage.
swinging.
That's smart pickle, but just like that, Sahil and Aisha find themselves with a 2-4-1 scoreline. They're quick 2 points on their tally.
Yeah, good ball.
It's a great shot. I wonder how these two go. Like, you've obviously just played with your partner, right? So the siblings are a little bit different, but
Yeah.
probably have a little bit of a tiff on the court from time to time.
Look, I'd say husbands and wives and siblings are similar in the way that they can interact with each other on court.
Yeah, it could be a quiet drive home, viewers.
Actually, we're taking Zahil home, Josh and I. He's asked for a lift because Aisha's staying to play the split age.
Yeah, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, viewers, split age will be kicking in after this event, I imagine. The split age, by the way, we have so many awesome, like the numbers of pros that wanted to get amongst it, support our Masters players. Ball still live.
Oh, great work, Zahil.
One thing, especially for our newer players watching, that was really important there was Sahil was looking at his feet every time he'd go to smash. So he'd reset because Adrian Gray, our official, was all over it. Cross court, ball still alive. Reset on the side of Dang. And Aisha.
Yeah, they did well to get Aisha off the line there. And that really opened up the court for Josh.
5-3. Keep chipping away here.
Oh, nice, Sahil. And the fist pump.
Yeah, he really utilises those angles.
He does. He's got those long arms. He can reach into the kitchen, redirect. Oh, that's a good pull.
Yep. Disguised that very well,
Yeah.
Josh Chia. Pulled at the last second. Double handed backhand down the middle on the tee. Yeah, Aisha normally playing at an incredibly high clip. A couple of errors on her side thus far, and we have a double stack on the side of Aisha and Sahil as a result.
Yeah, good leave. The wind is going that way, so you've got to keep those drives down.
Of course. So if you find yourself making a couple of errors, nothing too extravagant, but a couple of errors, what do you do mentally in that to try and bounce back?
I try to have amnesia.
Okay.
Just got to let them go.
Yeah.
I think pickleball is a game where you've got to be positive mentally and in the way that you play, and there's no point dwelling on the mistakes that you've made. Every point is a new opportunity.
Yeah.
I think you have to keep it that way, because otherwise it can spiral.
Yeah, it's so quick too. You can go through 10 rallies in the space of like 2 minutes. So it's just...
Absolutely, and that's when your timeouts are really important.
That's right.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, nothing going away at the moment.
No.
That was a great drive. Clipped the net, bounced out.
Now, is it one timeout per game or two?
2 timeouts.
2 timeouts per game.
Yep, 2 timeouts per game and 1 medical per team for the entirety of the match. Yep.
Yeah, nice, Sahil.
Created his own opportunity there, Sahil. Punching it away. Nice hit.
Yeah. Oh. Drops just a little bit high there, allowing Amy to reach in and keep them back.
I'm curious, do you find that if there's a potential mentality change in a game 2 compared to a game 1?
Oh, I guess it depends if you won the first one or lost it.
Fair rebuttal, yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a now or never, especially if you've lost the first one. And then if you've won the first, I think that often people start that second game a bit slow because they've gone, deep breath, I've won the first game.
Yeah.
But really, you've got to lock in straight away and just get the job done. Because in pickleball, it's just a few points here and there each game, and you've got to, every point is valuable.
Yeah, well, so talking about valuable points, Chia had a great opportunity there. Unfortunately, he clipped the net. 4-6 scoreline.
Oh, that's a great pull. So Hill's hyping himself up.
You know, it's scary to think that these two still have room to grow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're both so solid.
Their trajectory is onwards and upwards.
Footfall there for Munro. And the run from Sahil saves the day as the Dangs tie it up at 6-6. See, now is when I'd like to see a timeout from Josh and Amy. They've just given up the tie.
They've done a little sweat timeout there. That's a little bit.
Little tactical timeout.
Yeah. Oh.
He's gone for it again.
Yeah,
There's
good
the
call.
time.
Good call.
So 7-6, the ball suddenly, just like that, game of momentum. The Dangs out of the lead.
Because again, it's just a few points here and there.
Yep. Does not take long. And we can see on our bronze medal court, I'm going to assume that game is still going, as we can see Turvey and Westbury over there still on court. Aaron and Emily just having a chat. Yeah, they look mighty tense over there. Actually, it must be a close game. But what an incredible experience it has been this weekend, viewers. So you've played... Did you play singles as well?
No, I didn't. I worked on Friday, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're saying. I don't know how these people do 3 to 4 days in a row playing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially doing the split age too. Like I mentioned, players like... I just saw Liv Moyer walk past. She's about to play in the split age.
Yeah. She's ready to go.
Yeah.
Look, they've the Dangs have got Josh in their box, doing a bit of coaching, I think.
Yeah, he's cheering him on. Okay. We have returned to court. We'll see if Aisha and Sahil can continue this momentum or if Munro and Chia can stop it.
Oh, ooh,
Balls called long. That was really solid there from Aisha Dang.
it was. Great resets in there.
Yeah, she played incredibly defensive. Just let it happen and it goes long. 2-point lead. Sahil,
Ooh.
my goodness.
Even that drop/hybrid drive, Amy picked that up off of her ankle.
Yeah.
So he got that to dip so quickly.
It's a new shot to his arsenal. He's had a couple down the line little pushes.
Yeah. Both Dangs have been working on their down the line shots. As we see her put one at Josh.
That's probably the first speed up we've seen from Aisha Dang in the last 10 to 15 minutes. And viewers, we have a gold medal point here for the Dangs. 10-6-1.
Oh, well done, Josh.
Ooh, Aisha's pulled up proppy. She may have tripped up on the tennis net behind our court. Well, she gave a smile to Sahil. She seems okay.
Oh.
That has done it. The gold medal will go the way to Sahil and Aisha Dang here for the mixed opens. A tremendous effort from Josh Tier and Amy Munro in game 2. Scoreline of 11-6. Victory going their way, and a massive congratulations to them both. For Munro and Chia, they have secured the silver medal here for our Victorian Championships. Massive thank you to Adrian Gray for calling this game, and thank you to you, Nat, for jumping in and commentating.
Thanks for having me.
Now, viewers, we have plenty more pickleball coming our way. We have a bronze medal going on in our kitchen cam there. And as I said, we will be getting stuck into our split age events very shortly. Viewers, what I'm going to do is restart the broadcast as we get ready for our evening session. So that way all of our split age players can find their games very easily. We'll be back live on the PA YouTube channel, not too far away, I'd say 10 to 20 minutes away before we get stuck into our next set of games. Look forward to showcasing all the games there. Thank you. We'll be back live very soon.